So hey guys, for this episode we're actually gonna talk about Whistling Diesel and how he pretty much got arrested for tax evasion. But you may be thinking he actually committed tax evasion at the highest count via towards the state and the IRS, which is completely false by the way, as that pretty much what Tennessee did is absolutely stupid and absolutely minor, as that pretty much what type of tax evasion he did was in fact a sales tax for the Ferrari that he in fact bought. He didn't do a sales tax of it, and instead of Tennessee telling him immediately, oh right, you didn't pay your sales tax, and give him notice, go like, you have all up to this day to in fact do the sales tax and to pay it, and if you don't, we will come and arrest you, which will be the most understandable thing, especially when Whistler Diesel would in fact legally pay off all of his taxes via a really good accountant who basically does all of his taxes. This includes the sales tax, income tax, every single tax you could think of, especially in the state of Tennessee. And basically, for this sales tax, they did not really notify him or give him any extended notice before the arrest, because anything that happened before the arrest was simply normal, and then the arrest just came immediately, as they just immediately put up an arrest warrant for Diesel for tax evasion, which is first of all extremely vague, especially for the sales tax they didn't do. I don't know why the fuck they did not in fact manage to somehow give him notice. It feels as if like Tennessee seems to be immediately corrupt. And if you go like there could be something behind this, which is in fact quite true to be honest, as that the sales tax seems to be extremely quite low, and that they could just simply notify him and then tell him just to pay it, since it's just such a small thing and mostly it doesn't really matter. But what Winston Diesel and other people see right is this is intentional attack at a influencer, just so that anyone in the state of Tennessee could in fact right pay off their sales tax and increase the tax income for Tennessee, basically turning Tennessee into a much more corrupt um state in the United States of America. Yeah, freedom until you fucking get arrested for tax evasion, which is just a silly sales tax that you forgot to in fact pay off, which is absolutely bullshit by the way on many counts. So Whistling Diesel in fact put down his bail, he basically got released, and now he has to wait for a court date just to appear, which he's gonna fight it. Then after he has the opportunity to sue the state for this whole arrest and all this bullshit, which would pretty much allow him to pretty much win it nice and easily. Because honestly to God, corrupt states like these could easily be sued the heck out of, and if they eventually get sued, this will actually tell them, oh right, you better rectify that behavior, you dumbass, and hopefully he actually in fact rectifies the behavior. And it feels as if that Tennessee seems to be a very corrupt state, and especially when now it's going to backfire on them, as that people are not going to register their vehicle in Tennessee, but instead they're going to register their vehicle in any other fucking state that pretty much not going to have any sales tax. So pretty much what Tennessee did was absolutely backfire on them, because now they're going to pretty much have a reduction in sales tax, as people are going to use loopholes in order to simply avoid the sales tax in Tennessee. Because who knows, they will literally get arrested immediately if they forgot the penny off the sales tax. So yeah, and also I want to do a couple updates. So shout out to Bad Robot performance in the latest Spa race was really as well because of the fucking steering. Apparently it wasn't really accurate and it was absolutely fucked, so I had to fucking retire. Second of all, the Instagram account for AK Retrospect 80 would in fact be changing its course. Basically, I used to re-upload a bunch of other bullshit things, mainly anime content, which I do not really agree with now. Honestly, because the sexualization of the content in it is absolutely getting boiled over to the point where that honestly can risk my account being banned or limited, and 100% of the time, it just feels as if it's overly sexualized for something of the manner. So honestly, I'm gonna actually change it up from simply re-upload anything to simply re-upload Punjabi content. Why Punjabi content, may I ask? Probably because Punjabi content is the number one content I actually support daily, as that is not 100% funny, but also 100% good. Even though it not be universally understood, it is still funny to the minorities. And on top of this, I would use this account, to post pictures of my whereabouts. Not my whereabouts, that sounds fucking creepy. Basically the pictures of what of the winter, as that winter's now coming in, and now's the perfect time to take these stunning, beautiful pictures of the scenery so far. And on top of this, we actually, if I'm going to take pictures of my motorsports career, and basically use that in order to send me Stampede forward. Hopefully, to God, this will actually leave the reposting in the past, and hopefully, to God, this will actually focus more on myself, because honestly, I don't really support reposting as a whole, especially what I was doing, that was pretty much batch reposting, which has many disadvantages, like for example lower space, as that mostly if not all of my space has mostly been taken up by the Instagram content that has been downloaded to my phone. So yeah, so I'm pretty much gonna do this not only to save my phone some storage, but also so that I can in fact redivert it and have full control of it over again. Because it felt as if I was chucking a bunch of bullshit at it, and the message of the account is really not as matching as I really wanted to do compared to all the other accounts, which is motorsports, and see motorsports and scenery instead of motorsports, random shit posting that could be 18 plus motorsports, which is kind of shitty to be honest. And I wouldn't really give a fuck about the viewership really. Because honestly, fuck the viewership. Because I would much rather have a clean profile or a clean state of the reposted, or just sharing my content on Instagram instead of mostly just I don't know. Like honestly, what I'm just saying right is simply Instagram content is gonna change from the here on out, and you're gonna see it, and it's gonna be a lot more funnier, a lot more comedic. It's gonna be a lot more cleaner. Yeah, you're gonna be all over the place. You're gonna focus on one topic because honestly, it felt as if it was doing everything else. So yeah, that's everything I want to say. Stay safe.